Bros attacks are some of the best parts of the Mario and Luigi games, both being super creative and super fun to use. They're also dropped like a hot rock after each game, being swapped out for new items, which begs the question, could I get use out of the Bros attacks that Mario and Luigi left behind? Today we're going to be taking a look at how useful each Bros attack from Bowser's Inside Story would be to just a regular everyday human. It is assumed that you could successfully complete every attack, although how difficult or dangerous it would be to pull that off will be kept in mind. The only other major rule is that we'll be pulling all of the DS versions of these attacks, because unfortunately for Alpha Dream, much like everyone else, I didn't buy the 3DS remake. With that out of the way, let's jump right into it. Holding up the bottom of our list is the Spin Pipe. I'm just gonna be real with you, this looks nauseating. Listen, when I got a special item, I'm trying to power up, not throw up, you feel me? The spin part leaves a lot to be desired, but what about the pipe aspect? Considering its huge size, it wouldn't be useful for anything outside of maybe a city drainage system, which isn't that reliable of a choice considering that the pipe isn't gonna just stop spinning. In 9th place, we have the Falling Star. This one gets points for not making you nauseous, but while it doesn't actively harm you, it's hard to find any uses for it outside of its intended purpose as a combat weapon. If you're a Disney type, you could say you could farm unlimited wishes from all the shooting stars. But if you're a real-life type, I don't think the US government is going to be a fan of you sending a falling star through their airspace for the 5th time this week. You could get maybe some use out of the small stars that you throw at the big one, perhaps for a makeshift game of darts, but it's still hard to imagine something incredibly useful coming out of this. In 8th place, we have the Yoo-Hoo Cannon. Having clones seems pretty busted. That's 8 times the free cheese samples you can get at the grocery store. You know, at least if they actually do that at the grocery store anymore. Because if you don't know what I'm talking about, petition your local Wegmans. You're missing out. However, these clones only have enough time to wave high for like 5 seconds before they get shut back into the barrel. After that, they are quite literally just cannon fodder. Now, that might be enough time to say get multiple checks signed at once if you're feeling lazy, but you're still gonna have a tight time window with those 5 seconds. That's still enough time to smash that like and subscribe button. Oh, you're heading back in the barrel? Yeah, I can't blame you on that one. In 7th place, we have the Green Shell. The Green Shell is a perfectly fine utility. It's just really hard to get hype for it when a turtle shell just already exists in real life. Despite looking like a shell, in practice is really just a soccer ball in disguise. You kick it back and forth. Now there's still plenty of fun that could be had with this. In fact, a game of wall ball tops 87 on my list of 100 top high school memories. But it's just hard to get excited about the Green Shell when both its form and function are 2 things that you can easily find in real life already. In 6th place, we have the Mighty Meteor. High risk, high reward is the name of this game. On the one hand, if you successfully pull the attack off, you get free stuff. This is infinite food glitch. On the other hand, that involves you successfully knocking back a meteor. You know, the thing that killed the dinosaurs, and could very easily still kill you. There's also the matter of finding a thing to hit the meteor against in the first place. It could be very useful for some large-scale demolition work, but on the day-to-day, I don't think your coworker is going to be a huge fan of you slamming a meteor into them multiple times, just so you can get a nice mushroom at the end of it. The Mighty Meteor sure brings some more unique benefits with it, but it still has too many drawbacks for it to be a staple of your everyday life. On the middle of the list, I'm putting the Magic Window to reflect the fact that depending on how you interpret it, it is either insanely busted or would be pretty useless. It does offer free transportation, but the question is, how far is that free transportation gonna get you? The thing about the Magic Window is in-game, it only teleports you to the enemy you're targeting, and if you take it straight up how it is in the game, this would be pretty useless. Mario and Luigi can only use the item once they've already shifted to the turn-based battlefield, which at that point the enemy is right in front of them and it would probably be quicker just to walk over to where they are. However, if being outside of a game could greatly expand the Magic Window's definition of an enemy, then its transportation potential could expand greatly. For example, I could declare a random French person my enemy, and then use the Magic Window to hop over and jump on their head, giving me free transportation to the Louvre. Transportation is a certainly powerful gift, and the idea that I don't have to listen to Boombox Guy on the subway anymore would be enough to prop this up to number 1. However, since it feels like it's stretching the rules of the Magic Window a little bit, the highest I can give it is halfway on our list. In number 4, we have the Super Bouncer. What can I say? Balls are fun. Don't you dare take that out of context. A little fun fact is if you don't hit A to start off the move, it doesn't cancel. You can just bounce on Mario's head forever, and this just looks like a good time. At its core, the Super Bouncer is also basically just a yoga ball, which means you can use it for exercise or relaxing purposes. Its bounce power means you could also fling somebody up a building if you wanted to. Being a toy basically by design, all the Super Bouncer needs to do to fulfill its purpose is to entertain me, and there are plenty of ways, both practical and just enjoyable, that it could do that. What's better than a bounce? A jump. In the number 3 spot, it's the jump helmet. One of the original selling points for Superman was that he could leap tall buildings with a single bound. Therefore, is it any surprise that I would want the ability to do this? Not only does the jump helmet provide the ability to jump incredible heights, but as demonstrated, it also shows that you can stick a safe landing from any height. It could be easily used as a rescue tool for fires, letting firefighters get up to high floors, and then bringing people and having them safely land on the jump helmet down below. Other jobs that would require getting up into high places, such as construction or stunt work, could also benefit from the jump helmet. Plus, maybe I'm biased, but I'm a sucker for a good trampoline. I don't even know why everyone's speculating over Nintendo Switch 2. We have peak entertainment right here. The fact that the jump helmet is basically just a trampoline that you can take anywhere definitely earns some points in my book. In the number 2 spot, we have
the power of the sun in the palm of my hand.
The Fire Flower certainly has some danger coming with it. After all, you have a good chance of winding up on Smokey the Bear's hit list. But considering, according to archaeologists and anthropologists, the invention of fire was, and I quote, a pretty freaking big deal. Being able to generate fire in your hands at any time is an incredibly powerful tool. You'd be like everyone's favorite person on Survivor. Your hands are cold that day, you don't need to bother with those hand warmers that never work. Just bust out that fire flower and boom, you're feeling toasty. Barbecues, heaters broken, need to get rid of classified documents. In general, there's a lot of practicality in being able to bust out some fire any opportunity you need. And finally, in the number 1 spot is the snack basket. This is literally just infinite food glitch. You open the basket and you get free food. What's not to like about that? Considering how full Luigi looks at the end of the attack, we can assume that this food is quite filling as well. This means that not only does the snack basket have you covered, but you could probably have enough food to share with your friends. Who needs to bring a heartfelt homemade cooked meal to the potluck when you can just open the snack basket and let everyone go wild? Even outside of eating from the snack basket, you still have an infinite supply of food that you could sell at things like baking sales, grocery stores, etc. Meaning not only do you have all your dinners covered, but you could potentially generate some extra income from it as well. Compared to the other items, the snack basket literally offers a basic item for human survival, and that is going to be hard to top. Which is why if I could only have one item from Bowser's Inside Story in real life, it would be the snack basket. Thanks for watching this silly little thought exercise. If you enjoyed it, it would be very appreciated if you could go ahead and subscribe. I also create stuff on TikTok and Twitch if you're interested in any of that.